Michael Diamond in for a vacationing Stephen LeDrew. Just a reminder, the LeDrew 3-minute interview is brought to us by viewers such as yourself, so if you're so inclined, please donate at the PayPal link in the video description, and please subscribe to make sure you see these videos each and every weekday morning. I'm joined today by Brian Lilley from the Toronto Sun. Brian is a columnist and a fellow who's been following the transition in the United States very closely. Yesterday afternoon, Donald Trump was sworn in as the 47th president of the United States. For weeks leading up to this, there was much speculation because of the president's comments about tariffs that were going to impact Canada, 25% tariffs. Yesterday, he didn't implement them. So, Brian, what do Canadians need to know? We're not out of the clear yet, that's for sure. But what do you think happens next year?
Well, we're still under the threat because Donald Trump in his inaugural speech said he's going to establish the External Revenue Service. He's going to make America wealthy through tariffs. So he's still wedded to this. And you talk to, or you look at what people like Peter Navarro have said. He's Trump's special advisor on trade. This guy I interviewed more than a decade ago at Sun News Network. He fully believes that tariffs are great. You look at Robert Lighthizer, his book. They believe tariffs work. They don't believe the orthodoxy among most economists that tariffs will harm the economy. So they're true believers in this. They're coming one way or another. Will there be special carve-outs for oil? Will there be something else? I don't know. But that speech said to me, we have to be worried about the tariffs coming down the road. The other thing we have to be worried about, he said, drill, baby, drill. He wants more oil production in the U.S. That's a threat to Alberta. And he wants more cars built in America, not places like Mexico or Ontario.
So Canada needs to take this seriously, even if they weren't implemented yesterday. This presidency is for 4 years. The president has made it very clear, an external revenue agency, that's new. There's not a tax that's more popular, by the way, than one the people voting for you don't have to pay. So, this is not immediately going to hit Americans, but eventually it will with consumer prices. So do you think there's political risk for the president domestically in bringing in tariffs with Canada?
No, and look, I'll tell you why. As much as everyone wants to thump their chest and say, we'll show them and we'll take them to task, whether it's Doug Ford in Ontario or Chrystia Freeland running for the Liberal leadership, 76% of our exports went to the United States in 2022. Do you know what percentage of theirs came to us? About 17%. Put another way, our exports to the United States are about 20% of our GDP. It's 1.2% of theirs. We are far more reliant on them. So, things may be a little bit more expensive, or they'll find a different source for products. If we lose access to that market, we are economically dead in the water.
So the demands the president has made, secure the border, etc., these are things Canada has to take seriously. What do you think the pathway is on that?
Well, there are things that we should do for ourselves as well, because, look, you can't have 43,000 Indian nationals come in as students or temporary foreign workers and then immediately head down to the States and declare asylum. That's going to cause problems with your neighbors. But we've also got abuse of our own immigration system. So we should be fixing these problems, whether it's, our immigration problem or it's drugs crossing the border. We need to fix them. We can make demands on them about guns as well, but we'll
have a lot more ability to do that if we take it seriously on our side also. So that's 3 minutes. Let's take trade seriously for our economy, but also our national security.
To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.